Welcome to the 8th episode of 8 Hours Later with the Stream Queen. My name is Just E, and the E stands for Ellen. You may know my voice from another podcast I do with my hubby, Paul, named E Says, P Says. Currently, we are on a little hiatus due to Paul convalescing, and we are building our show listing. Thankfully, Paul is on the mend and we are getting back into the swing of things, which includes recording. That said, I have gone solo to create a few podcasts that deal with some interest outside of marriage and relationships. This being the first one where I discuss my love of television, blaming Netflix, lol. I'll also discuss my love of British crime dramas and my general love of crime TV. This will also include me enjoying vintage TV and the plethora of other streaming categories I enjoy. I'll share my TV streaming history and how I track the many shows I like. So let's begin. Close the doors, grab a snack, and let me know what you think. If you are new here, hello and welcome. To catch up, last week I discussed how murder is my jam in a good way, and I returned with a vengeance to several shows in the genre. The shows I watched were High Potential, Scott and Bailey, and The Bay. They are on Hulu/ABC and BritBox. Take a listen to last week's episode to learn more about them or watch on their respective channels. And if you do, leave me a comment and let me know which show you like and why. I'd love to hear from you. So what you watching? This week, I thought I would lift the murder veil once again and let you guys know that there is a little balance in my life. If there wasn't, it might be difficult to function surrounded by murder all the time. So another viewing outlet I use is YouTube. I gotta catch up on my celebrity gossip, learn how to make millions, and get a laugh. I know that Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok and YouTube use algorithms to pay contributors. And they also use algorithms to send videos of interest to watchers. And there are times you are looking at your timeline and think, how did I get an alligator video when all I watch is celebrity gossip? And in one of those moments, some comedy videos showed up. And I probably have clicked on comedy videos from time to time, especially older ones I am familiar with, like Ellen, Wanda Sykes, Paul Mooney, Dave Chappelle, Martin Lawrence, Damon Wayans, Bernie Mac, Cedric the Entertainer, Sinbad, and so on. So I guess there was a reason for new comedy videos to show up. And the ones that showed up had me cracking up at 5 a.m. like I was in the club or arena with them. Some of the comedians that popped up were Takara Williams, Ali Sadiq, Johnson, and recently, The Graham Norton Show. And these first three helped me through some dark times. I did not realize till I was laughing at Takara talk about her work as a counselor and teacher in prison or the trials and tribulations she shared about her children, relationships, and lifing, how much I needed to laugh. And how I had not really done so in the past few years as I was dealing with my mental health episode. And it was this continuous laughter that I sought out from time to time, even when the same material or jokes were said, that made me realize I was feeling a little better, a bit more connected to reality, and maybe able to come back to a sense of a new normal. Because let's face it, after a health episode, the Ellen you were, or whoever you were, will never be again. And bit by bit, I have to let I have to let her go and mourn the loss so I can become the me who thrives without her baggage and trauma. It can be difficult, but we have to make a choice daily, weekly, yearly, or on however basis you choose how we want to live. And I choose joy. So Takara and I laugh the nights and early mornings away. And to this day, whenever she is hosting Chocolate Sundays and her videos pop up, I watch. She is also a fellow New Yorker, though she is from the Bronx. LOL. It's in the boroughs, so I respect it. And over time, Josh Johnson started popping up. And he looked so young. I was like, what can he say to make me laugh? He hasn't lived enough life to be funny yet. Well, I was sorely mistaken as I watched his take on daily life and politics. And we can all say today we need to laugh at politics, otherwise, we will cry. As time has passed, I learned that he was from Louisiana and had relocated to Chicago and then New York to pursue his comedic dreams. And he also worked for The Daily Show with Trevor Noah as a writer, so color me impressed and hooked on his comedy. Just like with Takara, whenever I see that he has a new video coming up, I either do the mess around in YouTube till it premieres or click the notify button so I can be ready to watch and get a good laugh. His comedy also helps me understand some of the political goings on as well. So it's laughter with a win-win for me. And lastly, but definitely not least, is Ali Sadiq. And I'm not sure how he started popping up, but he did. And just like politics being funny, though there are many satirists over the years that have done the same job as John Johnson, but I actually want to watch him. LOL. Ali made going to prison and being a pharmaceutical sales rep, well, street pharmaceutical sales rep, hilarious. He also talks about his son. He also talks about his sons, oldest and youngest, and his daughters, and his wife, who he referred to as the lady that lived in his house. I believe she or someone in his camp had him correct that to something more respectful. I think he refers to her as his children's mother or the lady that lives with me, which is a bit better. However, the first time I heard it, I was confused. Then I realized it was his way of saying mind your business. Though he does discuss the children, especially Hassan and Trey, his youngest and oldest sons, he only refers to his wife sparingly in his comedic stories. Unlike the many, many books that are written about a person's triumph over adversity, him putting his story into comedy and sharing lessons learned seems to hit different than just reading it. You also remember it because he is telling you about the day he was arrested, the time he spent in prison, and how his life has gone afterwards. You can also tell from his outfits as he does his shows that times have changed for him. He has gone from a ripped jeans and a polo with sneakers to now wearing Gucci suits with lovely, lovely shoes. Ali is from Houston, and he is a very giving man. He has used his platform, as many before him, to bring forward the next generation. One of those comics is Marcus Wiley, who is funny as well. He's a Christian based comedian, and you can find his material on YouTube as well. It's Ali Sadiq presents Marcus C. Wiley. So early this year, the hubby and I had the opportunity to see Ali Sadiq in person. It was the first time we went out casually since the pandemic for a show besides the movie. So it was nice to dress up and enjoy a night out. And it was worth it. His two warm up acts were hilarious. I'm not sure of the first one's name, but the second was Delay, and he was hysterical. So we literally laughed from the time the show started till we walked out the door. I can't wait to see him again. So when the doctor says laughter is the best medicine, Don't take it lightly. Find something daily, weekly, monthly, yearly to laugh about. It will make the quality of your life so much, much better. If you are interested in any of these comics, check out YouTube and just search their names. If you want to see them in person, I believe they are all currently touring. So Google them and see if you can get tickets at a venue near you. I promise it'll be worth your time and money. And if you are familiar with them already and have some comments, please leave them on any of the platforms you listen to podcasts or my Facebook page, Mock Media Group. I always love to hear your thoughts and new suggestions. No vintage TV this week, though some of the show recommendations that I have watched could be considered vintage, such as Miss Marple by Agatha Christie and Maigret. Miss Marple is interesting and fun to watch. It reminds me of Murder She Wrote with the nosy grandma auntie figure sticking her nose in where it doesn't belong. However, once the police actually listen to her process, they realize she has the answers. So if you like a little vintage TV, my term for older shows, check them out and let me know what you think. I'd love to hear from you. No pet peeve this week, and thankfully the sun has rearisen, though I also have my light at the ready just in case. Anyone else not looking forward to daylight savings time? I would be so happy when they stop, which the government keeps saying will happen but doesn't. LOL, I guess that could be a little pet peeve. If you are interested in purchasing a light therapy lamp, the one I use is by Ehrlich Pout, and that's ERLIGPOWHT. It has four settings: 15, 30, 45, and 60 minutes. I usually do well with the 15 minutes a few times a week. You can also adjust the brightness. Not sure what mine is on, but when I hit the button to turn it on, it is like the sun has risen in my room. So I might need to adjust it a bit. You can find it on Amazon for $20.79, which is a 20% discount with the current sale they are having. If you purchase one and use it, let me know if it was helpful. Please leave a comment on Facebook at Mock Media Group or any podcast platform you listen. So, with that said, the other part is don't forget about using TV Time for tracking your programs. It has really been helpful in the rewatching process because what I do in my TV Time app is because I know I'm going to be creating a post about the show. I don't end the watch. So I can go back in and hit that I've watched another episode and it'll bring it up. So then when I am preparing my notes for the next episode, I just have to look right there and see exactly what I watched. So, and it also is a reminder of what you watched. It'll pop up as long as it's in a current season. The new shows will pop up as the new episodes come. So check it out. It's in your Apple store, in the App Store, or a Google Play Store. And so, thanks so much for listening. Don't forget to subscribe to 8 Hours Later with the Stream Queen on any platform you listen to your podcast. You can also catch up on episodes from E Says, P Says, so you will be ready when we release new material. You can also check out all things Mock on our website, mockmediagroup.com. Want to do more? Support us by buying a cup of coffee at buymeacoffee.com/Mock Media Group. You can also find merch on the Buy Me a Coffee site as well. So thanks for listening. The doors are now open. Go about your day with joy and let me know what you're watching.